The focuses of Week 4 are qualitative research, survey, and observation. Chapter 6 provides a classification of qualitative research techniques as well as an overview of the major qualitative techniques used in the industry. These techniques include focus groups, depth interviews with individuals, and projective techniques. Chapter 6 then moves to discussion of the application of qualitative research in international marketing research, the use of social media, and ethical issues. Qualitative and quantitative research should be viewed as complementary. Qualitative research methods tend to be much less structured and are based on small, non-representative samples. The various qualitative options vary in terms of how directly they ask questions of the respondents. Direct methods such as focus groups and depth interviews do not attempt to disguise the purpose of the research. Focus groups, the most frequently used qualitative technique, are conducted in a group setting, whereas depth interviews are done one-on-one. Indirect techniques make a deliberate attempt to disguise the true purpose of the research. They are called projective techniques because they seek to project the respondents' motivations, beliefs, attitudes, and feelings onto ambiguous situations. Projective techniques can be classified as association, completion, construction, or expressive techniques. Projective techniques are particularly useful when respondents are unwilling or unable to provide the required information by direct methods. Chapter 7 provides an overview of descriptive research design. Surveys and observations are the two primary methods of conducting quantitative descriptive research. Surveys involve the direct questioning of respondents, whereas respondent behavior is simply recorded in observation. Surveys involve the administration of a questionnaire and can be classified based on the method or mode of administration as traditional telephone interviews, computer-assisted telephone interviews, in-home personal interviews, mall intercept interviews, computer-assisted personal interviews, mail surveys, mail panels, or electronic surveys administered by email or internet. Of these methods, telephone interviews are the most popular in the United States. However, each method has some general advantages and disadvantages. Although these data collection methods are usually thought of as distinct and competitive, they should not be considered mutually exclusive. It is possible to employ them productively in combination. The major observational methods are personal observation and mechanical observation. Personal observation means a researcher observes actual behavior as it occurs. Mechanical observation uses devices such as camera, optical scanner, or monitors to measure respondents' responses. As compared to surveys, the relative advantages of observational methods are they permit measurement of actual behavior. There is no reporting bias, and there is less potential for interviewer bias. Also, certain types of data can be obtained best or only by observation. The relative disadvantages of observation are very little can be inferred about motives, beliefs, attitudes, and preferences. There is potential for observer bias. Most methods are time-consuming and expensive. It is difficult to observe some forms of behavior. there is potential for unethical behavior. With the exception of scanner data and certain types of media panels, observation is rarely used as the sole method of obtaining primary data, but it can be usefully employed in conjunction with survey methods. Misuse of surveys as a guise for failing to maintain the anonymity of respondents, and observing behavior without respondents' knowledge or consent are major ethical issues in implementing survey and observation methods.